Hey guys, welcome back to finally another art video. In this video I'm going to be reviewing some products from Chalkola. They were nice enough to send me some products for review. This video is long overdue, so I do have to apologize to Chalkola. I've been under the weather lately and now I've just been getting better, so I'm ready to get back into making videos. And so I will be also doing a giveaway for my subscribers and anyone who comments down below. I will give you more information on that towards the end of the video, so stay tuned. So the first thing they sent me was this box of a 30-pack chalk markers. I've never used chalk markers before, so I'm really excited to see how they work. So as you can see, the box is really dusty from how long I've had it in storage. So it's saying it works best on chalkboards, whiteboards, blackboards, windows, glass, ceramics, and other non-porous surfaces. You can see that it is child-safe, water-based, non-toxic. The fact that it's water-based made me think that it might work with a water brush as well if I try to blend, so I will be trying that. And then it says xylene free, which is important. Xylene is, I've worked with markers with xylene and it's not fun. The fumes, if you get too much in your system, you start hallucinating. So, and then quick dry, long lasting. Okay, that's about it here. And here are some instructions on how to start off the marker. It's saying to shake well with the cap on and upright. Then press the tip. Yeah, I've used some Posca markers. This is kind of how they work too. You need to kind of keep pushing the tip up and down to get the paint to flow all the way down. Always test a small portion of your surface only, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So here's all the colors. I will also be doing a color sheet as well. I like their selection of browns. They have quite a few selection of browns. That one's brick red. It looks brown on the box. I'm trying to identify some colors. There's not a lot of pastel colors, so I would recommend they maybe look into adding some more pastel colors. I'm seeing a lot of like vibrant and very dark colors. So yeah, like all these dark colors. So, but I'll have to see because a lot of times the marker ink does not match up with the colors shown on the box, so I'll have to see that. So we're gonna go ahead and open the box. Okay, and that's how they look. They're very colorful and fun. I don't know how to open this. Anyway, I think this is one of those, like, it's like a sticker label that's also a chalkboard. So I think like these chalks would also work on this. Probably. I'm gonna open it and see because it looks like there's a few in here. Yeah, there's quite a few in here and they're different shapes too. So that's fun. And then they also mentioned that they're washable, so like you could reuse these labels. Alright, so apart from that, I also got another large box. I'm assuming it's a chalkboard. Well, that's what the box says. So this is the chalkboard box I was sent. Let's see how the chalkboard looks. Okay, and it looks like that's all that there is. It is covered in bubble wrap. Oh, so it's already set. I was thinking like I might have to like assemble something, but it looks like it's already set. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna swatch each of these on here. And then after that, then I'll see if I can do a little illustration. Okay, so before I start the swatch, I just wanted to kind of show you guys how to start it up. So you gotta shake pretty well first. And these markers have been sitting a while, so I feel like I should have done this before. Okay, and then you have to keep like pressing down, up and down, until you see the ink like You can kind of see it. I probably shouldn't have started off with yellow, but it's kind of like flowing down the tip. I don't know if the camera can see it because it's not showing much. Yep, and then it kind of feels like paint, like once it reaches the end of the tip. Alright, so I'm gonna do the swatches now. So here are what all the swatches look like. A major setback is that I was noticing while I was doing the swatches that none of these markers have the color labeled on them. So I wasn't sure like what names each of these colors are, even though like on the box each of the colors have their own name. But the problem is there's like 4 or 5 blues, there's 3 purples, there's 3 pinks, and there's so many browns. I'm just like, I didn't know which name corresponded to which color. So I just did the swatches. I mean, I love how opaque they are. They're very opaque. And I did mention that it didn't look like there was a lot of pastel colors just by looking at the swatches on the box. But now after I swatch them, it looks mostly like pastel colors, probably because of the opaqueness of it. So I did encounter some markers leaking. So like as soon as I started them up, like I did like the first push down or the second push down, and then just like a bunch of paint just started pooling out. So I only had this problem with like maybe 3 or 4 markers, but other than that, the rest of them performed well. The purple one one of my purple ones was doing this weird bubble thing where every time I was trying to use it, it was creating a bubble. So even in the swatch, you can see that little bubble. And when I was trying to clean it, I will advise you to use also on the box it does say use a damp cloth, but I accidentally, like I don't have a rag on me, so I took a paper towel and I wet it, and then I tried to wipe the board down. It did work, but it created all of these like little like flecks of pretty much the paper towel was starting to pill, and it was just like leaving all this residue all over the board. So I don't recommend that. Instead, what I'm going to be using is I got a whiteboard eraser, and I have a paper plate that has a little bit of water in it. So I'm going to dip it in this paper plate and then see if I can clean it out that way. So I guess we'll start with these marks and see how well it cleans it. I mean, that's not terrible, but I still think that I need like something to dry it with, and oh geez, yeah, I'm gonna need to dry it because this is, and now the color's mixing in the water. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this was a good idea. Alright, let me bring something to dry this with. Alright, so I came back and I brought another paper towel. I think what made it like shred was probably if you rub it on this board. But if you just dab it, then it should be fine. It does pick up the color. So even if you did use a damp cloth like the box tells you to, it's gonna pick up the color and you're gonna have to like wash out the color somehow. But that should probably be really easy. And then it does leave this water mess. I don't know, I have to figure it out. Maybe I just have to look for a rag somewhere and then just use that. Okay, so another thing I wanted to try, and I might as well use one of these color blobs, is I wanted to try and blend it out with a water brush. So it kind of works, kind of. I mean, the water kind of pushes the color in weird ways, so I think this water brush is a little bit too damp. I don't know about this. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of working, but then the water is kind of like making the ink pool. So it's hard to like, oh, there, I just popped the bubble. It's hard to blend. Well, this puddle like had quite a bit of ink. Maybe if I use a lot of ink from the marker, then it would work. Like for example, this one. It's still pretty hard to control on this sort of non-porous surface. Yeah, it's just like one color is overtaking the other. It's not really blending. Yeah, it's just, I mean, this is the best I could do. This is like somewhat of a blend, but not really. Yeah, it's just one color is overtaking the other. It's just really hard to get a blend. I guess I could try. We could try to paint some fruits and I'll see if I can get any luck. Or some cherries. Maybe I'll do some cherries. This kind of works. If you rub one marker on top of the other color, then it kind of works. Like the blending, I mean. And I'm not going for anything like realistic or anything. I'm literally just, and I think the rest I'm gonna do the water brush with. It's more of like a fun, like poppy kind of art. It's not really like, I don't know. I don't know if you could do fine art with this technique. I'm literally just using the edge of the paintbrush because if I use a center, maybe I should just use a regular paintbrush because I feel like this is a little too damp. So if a regular paintbrush wouldn't be this damp all the time because this is constantly dispensing water. So yeah, maybe I need to use a brush that's not a water brush. Yeah, because I can't, like, it's a lot of the color is just diffusing away. Let me try to find a regular paintbrush. Yeah, that kind of like, and I didn't even put any water on this paintbrush, so that kind of works a little bit better than like if the paintbrush was like covered in water. It does dry really fast, so if you want to like still play around with the color, then you would have to wet your paintbrush. See, I'm just guessing with the colors. I might have to mix some black in here because there's not a lot of dark colors. but I'm literally like just guessing what the color is because there aren't any color labels. So I'm just going by the cap color, which is usually what we'll have to do if we can't identify the color any other way. I can see this working kind of. It's hard because like whenever I'm trying to blend, then it does like there's one color that's always overtaking the other color because it dries so fast. It kind of dries like acrylic. But yeah, and then if I put a little bit of water, it just kind of keeps moving the color every which way. So I don't know. I mean, this is my first try, so this is something like I gotta practice on, and then maybe I can make something cool with it once I get the hang of the technique. I was thinking this is a very small paintbrush to work with, but now I'm starting to think that maybe I should get a smaller paintbrush, even smaller than this. Maybe if I put some white in here. This one's not even, okay. And I was using the darkest green to work on the stem, but it wasn't dark enough, so this is the only like alternative, is I have to mix black with it. I guess I could have mixed, well, also my darkest blue is not very dark either. I guess I like that it's very like versatile to the point where you can keep going back and forth to like fix it if you do a mistake. But then also there's a problem with like if you like how you did something and then I accidentally like try to blend it even more and it ends up getting ruined because everything is so loose in this media. That could also be like, I don't know, something to look out for. So that concludes my review for this product. I'm not an expert on this stuff. This is the first time I've been using this sort of chalk marker scenario, so I kind of wanted to see how they work. Overall, I did enjoy it. It's really fun to use. I'm going to keep practicing with it to see if maybe there's better ways to be using these markers. So I would like to share with you guys a 10% off discount. You can buy Chalkola products on Amazon or on their official website, chalkola.com. If you're interested in the giveaway, then you'll have to subscribe to their YouTube channel, which I'll have that information in the description below. And you'll also have to comment down below in this video, like and subscribe, and then I will choose from one of the comments down below, the commenters, to win a free Chalkola product. So thank you very much to Chalkola for sending me these products. I'm sorry I've delayed this video for much too long. Please go over to their website and go over to their YouTube channel and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.